Good morning and welcome to a special baseball game between the powerful Tulips and the Air. This is celebrating a weird holiday. We're celebrating Flag Day as the Powerfuls wanted to celebrate, and the Air, of course, they're in the air. So they're like, well, flags flown high, so let's do it. So the two teams both agreed on doing a celebration today for the U.S. There's a little bit of a starting lineup for the powerful Tulips. They are yet to win a game this season. Alvin is a starting pitcher. And it'll be interesting to see how he plays today, as he's lost both games for them. All three games, actually. I believe he started two of the three. Yes, when the Tulips lost to the Life, he was not their starting pitcher, but he did lose two games with them. Air, on the other hand, has been playing really well. They are 2-0 to start the season. The audio's on. That can be turned down a little bit. Hopefully you can hear me guys a little bit better now. That was a pop-up. The second batter is Scratch. The Air has actually played pretty well this season. That knuckleball's a strike. They've only played two games this season. Both were against the Life. So this is their first game playing a different team than they were earlier this season. He hits that ball that was way outside the zone, fouled, 0-2 in the count. Throws another slider, and that goes foul right at the pole. Still 0-2 in the count, throws a knuckleball, and Alvin with a tremendous comebacker catch. Batting third is Swarm. He's one of the few Skyliner Giants that doesn't swing with power all the time. He's more of a reliable hitter versus a power hitter, unlike all the other ones. And he's swinging 0-2 on that knuckleball. And he's going to let that four-seamer go high. Counts 1 and 2. He's going to connect with that slider, and that ball is gone. 426. That is Swarm's first home run, and the first run of this game goes to the Life in the top of the first with 2 outs. You can tell it's not going to be a good game for Alvin. At the slider popped up, and Patrick will catch that behind the plate to end the first inning. Alvin actually had a pretty okay showing, but he did give up a solo home run. This is what the Air will look like during their lineup. Free Ranger will be their starting pitcher. John Anderson, the college kid, will bat off first. He's the left field, but then can also play catcher. He learned his senior year of college. He fouled that one off his foot, so that can't feel good. Counts 2 and 1. That slider goes back the other way, so what's interesting with and he's gonna foul that one off. Interesting about Free Ranger is that he throws sliders both inside and outside. That's gonna make it through second base and shortstop for a base hit. Batting second's Milton. Milton has done okay this season, nothing too crazy. It looks like he's going to go for a bunt to try to advance Anderson because he is fast. He's going to let that one go. Counts 1-0. He's going to let that ball go. They now know that he's going to go for a bunt, and they've moved him to shift. He's going to let that ball go. Wow, him and his sliders. Milton doesn't know what to do. Counts full. Going into this next pitch. He's going to throw a slider. He's going to connect, and it looks like it'll turn a double play, and they do get it. That was not what Milton was wanting. They lost a player with great speed who is on first to that at bat, and Milton can't make it either. Batting third is Brad. He is a third baseman who's playing shortstop. And Free Ranger is really good with the sliders. Like I said, he throws inside and outside sliders, and they can go both ways. and that'll ground up to shortstop, which makes him really good on the mound because people don't know if it's going to be in it, which way the ball is going to break. We now head into the second inning. Lightning Rod is batting. Last time he was at bat, he hit a home run against the Life. That game was already over by the time he got up to bat. Actually, that was the first game of the season, where they ended up beating the Life pretty easily, and then they won again just a few days later against them. He's going to connect. That'll go between shortstop and third base, and that'll be a base hit for him. He's actually one of the better hitters for this air squad is Lightning Rod. Whirlwind's now up. He's going to connect, and that'll go foul. That he had all of the power on that one, and it would have gone home run, but he just hit it foul. They're going to try a pickoff attempt, and that's unsuccessful. He's going to throw a fastball right down the middle for strike two. That was his pitch. He should have swung at that. He's going to let the slurve in the dirt go, and he's going to steal second. Lightning Rod for a stolen base. He was basically already at second by the time they threw it. He's going to connect on that one, and that one goes foul to the left. 2-2 in the count. Whirlwind has put two big hits on it. That one's going to ground to shortstop and will be out. Runner remains at second. Sonic Boom is up next. Plays center field. Counts 1-1 with that high ball. That's a high slurve called ball, 2-1. And that will drop to score a run. Runners running around and is safe at home. Scores 2-0 air. Batting eighth is Popthorn. He can play second base and backup catcher because this air squad only has 9 batters. So if any other players get hurt, they have nobody to replace them. Batting ninth is Warnado, probably one of the worst players on this, but he's somehow managed to get a few hits this season. He rounds second, goes for third, and is safe. That puts runners on the corners up for Jetvac. He is the one of the assistant. Jetvac is the captain of the squad. Excuse me. And he's going to connect with that, and that'll score another run. An RBI for Jetvac, who's the captain. Batting second is Scratch, who is a very fast contact hitter, and he's going to connect with that one, and the runner on third is going to ground home, and he's going to score to make it 4-0 air. This game is becoming a blowout here in the second inning. Swarm is also going to connect, and is the same thing going to happen? Nope, he's just going to load the bases. Yeah, and third is not going to go home, but he would have made it too. Light Court Jetvac. Brothers of Jetvac, who is currently on third base. The count's 1-1. Let's see what Alvin does. He throws a fastball down the middle. So shortstop doesn't know what to do. They throw it to first base. They get the out and end the inning. Not before Air scores 3, though. Peter Creek Mars will be the 4, 5, and 6 batters for the Tulips. Peter, who wants to be a doctor, but just decided to pursue this baseball opportunity. He's going to ground it to shortstop. Creek is their red-hot slugger. He's going to connect with that, and that'll stay in the park. Will it drop? It will not. Sonic Boom will catch it in center field. Mars can't hit that slider. Ooh, that slider goes outside. There was another outside slider. That one is called a strike. He throws an inside slider, and that goes foul. He's going to throw a four-seamer. He doesn't throw many of those, but that's outside for a ball. He connects with that, and that is going to go foul. Another potential home run candidate, but misses the foul pole, and it's going to hit to second base and will be retired. That's the end of the inning. We now head into the top of the third. The Tulips have only had one hit. The Air have 7, and they also have 4 runs. Batting again is Lightning Rod. He had a good at-bat last at-bat. He's going to connect with that on that weird off-speed pitch. Misthrown by Alvin, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Oscar, the left-hander, will come in to relieve Alvin. A good pitching change for them. Alvin was struggling. It looks like they're going to have another change. Oh, there's a lot of shift. Anderson moves to right, Milne moves to left, Mars to short, and he flops with the third baseman. Oscar, the first pitch for him is a changeup outside. Oscar hasn't been having a good season either. And that ball's going to connect, and that'll be caught by Percy in center field. Looks like we have another timeout. Anderson and Patrick are going to switch. Patrick moves to right field. That is a very interesting shift as Anderson moves to catcher. I don't think I've seen this before. And he's going to connect with that. That's going to go fair as it hits the line. He's going to round to go to second, and he will get in there for a double. He just dotted that on the line, and it bounced off of the left wall, and Milton just couldn't get to it fast enough. Throws it to the cutoff. Just too much speed on that batter, and he just makes it to second base. So that puts Sonic Boom on second. Batting next is Pop Thorn. He's 8 in the lineup. He's going to connect by the grip, and Oscar will throw it to first and will get him. That'll end the inning. Oscar somehow gets out of that one. 8 hits so far this game for the Air. Still only 1 for the Tulips, but we are heading to the bottom of the third. Batting next is Rex, who's at first base. He's another good power hitter on this team. It's an outside slider for Ranger. He does connect on that one, and that one goes foul left of the line. He connects it at the grip, and it doesn't go very far, but it does go foul. He connects on that slider, and that will be caught by Whirlwind in the field. Somehow, still playing at right field is Patrick, who's a catcher. Does hit that one. It's going to go to the third baseman and will be retired. Batting ninth is Percy, one of the few players that wasn't a candidate to play on the Tulips winning season, either for or against them in the college series. He will hit it and will be caught by the first baseman. So that ends the third. Still only 1 hit for the Tulips this game. They got nothing that inning. We have another timeout. Willie Legend's going to swap with Mars, and I didn't see what the other player was, but they came out too. It's interesting they're putting Willie Legend in now in the 4th. He's one of the top caliber players in this league. I'm surprised they put him in this late. Brad at third is going to catch that. But next is Jet Vac. He swings late on that fastball. We could have cranked that out if he hit it. He's going to chase that sinking, I think that was a screwball. But we'll pop it up to Anderson at catcher. Scratch is currently 1 for 2 today. That's a low changeup for a strike. They are going to connect. That'll be popped up by Anderson too. So Anderson retires 2 of the 3 batters. And now he will bat next, batting first in this lineup. They're going to go 1-2-3 this inning. Anderson is currently 1 for 1 today with a single. Currently the only person on this roster that has a hit. He will connect with that, and it's going to drop in center field. 2 hits for Anderson, 2 hits for the Tulips. And once again, Milton Oh, does outrun the throw. Almost did a double play in the exact same spot as he did last time, but he does make it to first, so only one out. Brad is up at the plate. He's going to try to steal second, and he is out. Milton gets thrown out at second. That's a weird slider pitch, but it's in the zone. That's outside for, or upstairs for a ball. That one's down low for a ball. 3-1 is the count. Let's see what Brad does. He's going to connect with that, and that's going to be the third hit of the game for the Tulips. He's going to try to go for second. Nope, he's going to go back to first base. That was a good choice for him. There ain't no way he could outrun that. Batting fourth is Peter. Like I mentioned earlier, he's also medical staff for this team. He's going to try to steal second. He does make it on the hit and run, but he did ground out. We now head to the top of the fifth. Swarm, Jetpack, and Lightning Rod, three players that are having a game today, but they still are winning 4-0. Swarm, though, did have a home run earlier, which is interesting because he hasn't been very successful in terms of this game. Before the game and warm-ups, he looked really bad, but him to crank that home run is very, very weird for him. It counts 3-1 for Swarm. Let's see what he does. Change up. He's going to connect with it, and it's going to go just foul, almost in that same spot as that fair ball earlier, but it was slightly to the left. He's going to ground it. It's going to go to Willie Legend at shortstop and will be retired. Batting next is Lightcore Jetvac. He's 0 for 2 today. He's the third baseman for this team. That changeup is in there for a strike. He didn't like the call, but it was in the zone. Oh, a bad release point, and that's an easy hit. Oh, a misthrown play from Oscar, and it goes down the middle. He's going to try to steal. It's a hit and run, and is successful. It gets through second base into center field, and it looks like the runner is going to score from first base. 5-0 is the score. Wow, what a play. The hit and run, very successful. Though if the second baseman could have got to it, it would have been an easy double play. But instead it's an extra run. What a great play by the manager. Whirlwind is now up. He's going to let that first pitch go for a ball. He's going to try to swing. He does connect on that one. And it looks as the runner going to go. He is going to go. He's going to round third, going for home, and he does score. It is 6-0. This is the biggest blowout game this season, if I remember correctly. 6-0, and there's still another inning left. He's going to try to steal second, and he is successful. He's in there. That is another stolen base. He's going to pop that up, and it'll go back to Anderson. Anderson has just been on fire today, but one player can't come back from 6-0. We're going to have a pitching change. Zero is going to take the place of Oscar. Zero was the best in terms of college pitchers last season. But now that he's playing in the pros, it's an interesting shift for him. He still has had a pretty decent season. Though he's sitting 3-1 on this first batter. Change up, swing and a miss, full count. Let's see what he does. Throws a fork, and that'll ground out to end the inning. Another 2 runs to make this 6-0 being the highest scoring game for a team this season. Which means that right now, the powerful Tulips have had the number 1 and number 2 spot in biggest biggest loss differentials in normal innings. Because if I remember correctly, the Life did score 6, but that was in extras. So that doesn't really count because they hit a grand slam with the bases loaded. And that'll ground out to Jet Vac. And they go 1-2-3 in the 5th. It's interesting to see what they'll do this final inning. They're up 6-0 with 11 hits. The powerful Tulips don't even have enough hits to match the amount of runs Life has this game. That ball is low. It's going to connect with that. Rex is going to stump on the bag. There's one out. Jet Vac is back at the plate. He's had a really good game today. Another player that looked really bad during warm-ups, but has been able to connect. That low fastball is in there for a strike. Counts 1 and 2. High pitch, change up. He's going to connect, and it's going to land in left field. Milton's going to try to get to it. Look, Jet Vac is going to get a stand-up double. Oh, they're just hitting it to left field and hammering that corner. It's been really hard for. I mean, Milton's had a great game out in left field, but he just can't get to all of them. They're just hitting around him. Batting next is Scratch, who also has had a really good game today. He's going to ground out to first base, right on the line, but will advance the run. Swarm is back at the plate. He had a home run back in the first inning to be the first run of the game. Let's see what he does here. Swings way early on that slurve pitch. He's going to connect on that one, and that'll score another run to make it 7-0. I can't imagine if this game went into extras how many runs would be scored. Lightcore Jet Vac will connect on that, and it'll be popped up to Anderson, and that will end the inning. Like I said, Anderson has had a phenomenal game, but hasn't been able to do anything. Marvin bats 8th. That second pitch is in there for a ball. Count is 1-1. That high strike is in there. Marvin wanted to call the ball, but it did look like a strike. He connects 2-1. Now he'll go foul behind the catcher. Now he swings late on that outside slider with a first out. 2 more the Air need to put this game away. They've already put this game away. Another sliding pitch for Percy, and he swings at it. That one's inside for a ball. And another pitch whiffs entirely. And now Anderson's back at the plate. Let's see what he can do. He is 2 for 2 today. Let's see if he can go 3 for 3. He connects. That's going to go to center field, but Sonic Boom will connect. That was an excellent swing by Anderson. Gotta give credit to him. But just couldn't get it out of the park. 7-0 is our final to celebrate Flag Day. Let's look at today's highlights. We have the home run to start the game off. One of many for this team. And then they had that spot in center field between right and left, center and right field, and they got a bunch of runs hitting it right over the shortstop's head. And second baseman just hitting in that center field gap. And Anderson popping it up to center field ends the game. The player of the game is the pitcher, Free Ranger, shutout victory with no walks. 13 hits for the Air to lead to 7 runs. The Tulips only have 3 runs, 2 of which came from Anderson, who had a good game, but he wasn't the receiving end of the loss. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you tune in the rest of the Chaos Baseball League season. Until then, see ya.